In this video, I show the improvements to theJwave. This is Ron from emicros.com and also theJwave.com. Version 1 of theJwave has a USB connector on the right side, and when mounted on the driver's side of the Jeep, it required the USB cable to be bent, which I didn't think was ideal. I added another USB connector so when powering theJwave via USB, it could be plugged in on either side. Since the RGB LEDs are fairly inexpensive, I added a total of 10, 5 to each finger. One of the improvements I had in mind is to make theJwave capable of being battery powered. When I put the micro into sleep mode, the current was around 25 milliamps. This seemed too high and would drain any battery pack in a short period of time and was unacceptable. The main reason for the unacceptable current draw is due to the RGB LED's quiescent current of 0.35 milliamps. I added a PNP transistor to switch the power on and off to the RGB LEDs. Just before going into sleep mode, the transistor is turned off by setting RA2 to an input, allowing the resistor R5 to pull the collector on Q1 high. When going out of sleep mode, RA2 is set as an output and set low to apply power to the RGB LEDs. This change dropped the sleep mode current draw to around 19 microamps. Now the J-Wave is ready for batteries. The battery pack uses 3 AA batteries providing around 4.5 volts, and just for more options I added 2 extra switches. The touch sensing zones were increased in size over the original, and the silk screen on the backside was added with clear markings. 2 switches were also added to the backside. In total, there are 6 switches used to bring the J-Wave out of sleep mode and display an RGB LED pattern. To get a sense for how long the J-Wave would last using the battery pack, I set the RGB LEDs all on with a setting of 40. This drew 174 milliamps, and I cycled it at 4 seconds on and turned the power off for 1 second. This drained the 3 AA batteries after 26 hours and 50 minutes, causing the battery pack voltage to drop from 4.5 to around 2.53 volts, where the micro had a hard time running. This is very impressive. In normal mode, a typical pattern will draw around 48 milliamps for maybe 2 seconds. So if the test at 174 milliamps cycling 4 seconds on and 1 second off lasted 26 hours and 50 minutes, doing the math, it would take around 135,000 presses to drain the battery pack. Here are some sample patterns. The next version, I'm thinking of adding a wireless remote control to trigger a pattern. In the meantime, be sure to like this video and check out www.theJwave.com. Thanks for watching.